Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Doris.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Kevin. Thank you for joining us on a holiday edition of Flavors of Africa. I'm so excited, my favorite holiday.
Mine too. What do you like about Christmas?
Well, of course, I'm going to say the food. I love the delicious food.
Mine too.
Yes.
I love Christmas because of food.
And that's right. And we've made some of our favorites today for you wonderful viewers. We've made the delicious jollof rice.
Yes, it's cooking over the stove.
That's right.
And we have the egusi soup too.
Yes, my favorite. I think egusi soup is my favorite soup.
And the reason why I make egusi soup during this time of the year is because of my mother. Because it takes me back to Nigeria when I was growing up. My mother would cook the jollof rice, as you can see today. And then Christmas will not be complete without the egusi soup.
Right.
So she will make the egusi soup with the pounded yam.
Yes.
Of course, these days nobody pounds. You know, they have the yam
not
flour.
That's right.
Yeah, and then they will mix it. So that's what you're going to see today. However, we're in Canada. So we're going to make our turkey.
That's right.
Because in Canada, we celebrate Christmas with turkey.
Right.
That's what we have here for you, wonderful viewers.
Yes.
And we are going to put it in the oven. As the turkey is cooking, as you can see, we have a big turkey for you. This one is 24 pounds because we know that our wonderful viewers are hungry. So
there's a lot of you out there.
Exactly. So we're celebrating with you guys.
That's right.
So we've already spiced the turkey. What we did, of course, you clean your turkey. You have to thaw your turkey in the fridge, right? So that's what we did. And then we brought it out, and then we pat it with a nice paper towel to remove the water, and then we seasoned it. So the seasoning is so simple, so we have the thyme, and then we have the butter because we want it to be moist, and then we have our kosher salt, just seasoned it, and then we drizzle with olive oil.
That's right.
And you can't go wrong, adding olive oil, the garlic, and all the spices, and then the celery inside it, you name it. So this is gonna be wonderful. So we're gonna, put it in the oven.
Yes.
And once the turkey is cooking, we're gonna continue to talk about Christmas, the joy of Christmas, what Christmas really means to people all over the world, to Christians and everybody that is celebrating, because it's a very special time of the year. I get to see you, so I'm really happy.
Well, that's right.
I'm so happy.
There's the food that you look forward to, then there's the family, there's the friends, there's the loved ones.
Yes, thank you.
And another thing that I love about Christmas, it's a time to reflect, right?
Yes.
It's a time about wonderful memories. You sit down and you're like, oh, I remember that Christmas from the year before. I remember that Christmas. So what I love about Christmas, of course, apart from the delicious food, are the memories, are the time with significant friends and family.
Yes.
And so I remember those memories at this time of year, putting on Christmas concerts in school, having you come watch them, fun like that. I think that those are so important as you start to decorate, you see the old cards and the ornaments and things like that. So it's very important.
And that's why I look at pictures at this time of the year, because that's when we get a chance to sit together as a family, and it's really, really interesting. So when you look at those pictures, especially when you guys were attending junior high, and then those concerts, they're so memorable, and I keep asking myself, where did time go?
Yes.
That's life,
So and you keep making new memories.
Exactly.
And things
So
like that.
Christmas is really, really beautiful. We're going to tell the story of Christmas, tracing it back to Nigeria and bringing it back to Canada, because this is our home, right? Because, I love traveling to Nigeria.
Yes.
In 2015, I was in Nigeria celebrating Christmas. I was so happy. And then 2017, I was in Nigeria celebrating Christmas. So I love Christmas.
That's right. So you have a chance to experience Christmas in Nigeria and Canada. And would you say that the two are so different? Because you know, we talk about important things here like family and the memories. But another thing that is big here is gift giving.
Yes.
So that's a big thing where people go through the trouble. Of course, it's important to, you know, show loved ones that they're important. But then, you know, it gets a lot. It can become a lot.
Yes.
With the shopping and the madness.
Yes. It's very interesting. But I will tell you that when I was growing up, just let me cover the turkey before we put it in the oven. When I was growing up, Christmas was different.
Yes.
So we didn't do much of gift giving.
Yes.
You know, we depended on food and we depended on masquerade, you know, watching the masquerade, going to church, whether it's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, it was well celebrated. But now, I will tell you that Christmas has become so commercialized that people are just trying to sell it.
Yeah.
It's almost like, oh, what
there's a lot of pressure out there.
Exactly.
Okay, for parents to get the right gift. Am I going to get, you know, the right gift for 2018, for 2019? And it's like,
I know.
Where's the time to just sit down and have Christmas?
Exactly.
Just
and when you guys were growing up, what we did was bought books.
Yes.
We gave you books, beautiful books to read.
Yes.
You know, it's very interesting. But now I go to the store, I see people rushing. Oh, I've forgotten this gift. Oh, I didn't give this one. Oh, I want to give this. It's good. It's good. It's good to give gifts. But at the same time, let's continue to remember the true meaning of Christmas.
Otherwise, the gifts lose their meaning.
Exactly. The true meaning of Christmas is so important. So we're going to continue with this conversation.
That's right.
In the meantime, we're going to put our turkey in the oven, and because it's 24 pounds, we're gonna put the oven to 350 degrees and let it bake for 4 good hours. And if we want it really moist, we can go a little bit for 5 hours. The choice is all yours, wonderful viewers, how you want it. But we love our turkey. We want it to cook down and fall off the bones. That's what we're going to do. And when you dip it in the cranberry sauce, it's going to be so amazing.
Exactly.
So
it's a fun Christmas here, a Merry Christmas here on Flavors of Africa. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back. Welcome back to Flavors of Africa. We're celebrating Christmas, and what better way to kick off the holidays than a delicious dish? Actually, many delicious dishes.
Yes, we're cooking up a storm, wonderful viewers.
That's right.
We have our vegetable stir fry to go with our dishes. Can you wait?
I know, and I love it. It's a delicious vegetarian option. So, you know, as you have many guests, they have different tastes. So, why not? And so it's interesting, right?
Yes.
So we've been talking about some things that we appreciate. Memories.
Very important during this time of the year.
That's right.
I you have so many experiences.
So I have a lot of, you know, I remember that there was a time, you know, we had Umuna. So that was the time for Igbo people to, you know, keep their heritage and keep celebrating that. And we have different events. We'd always have Christmas.
And where's that, Kevin?
So that was in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg! Hello, Winnipegers! Yes.
Yeah, if you're watching out there. So it's so funny. So we were getting ready to see Santa Claus. One of our, I guess as we say, uncles had dressed up as Santa Claus.
Okay.
Right. So then I went to see him as a child. And then so, as Santa Claus would do, they gave me a small package.
Yeah.
The package had candies and cookies. So of course I was happy about that, but as a child, grew up in Canada, my response was, "Where's the gift?" And at that point they said, "Nah, get out." But
As a child, I hope they didn't ring your Christmas that year. So you were, see, but we've been talking about gifts, gifting, and I told you, I said, no.
Growing up as a Canadian child, you're self-expecting the car, or the toy, or the Game Boy back then, I don't know.
Candy, because you eat candies all the time, right?
Exactly. It's a funny memory. I think that's the one funny Christmas memory that sticks out.
It was
for sure. But Christmas is definitely about all the memories.
Yes, wonderful memories. Wonderful memories.
Yes.
And my funny Christmas story was when I was growing up in Nigeria, and that year they had new shoes, and they call the shoes knock on wood. It's really, really high, so everybody was getting it. And then I looked at those shoes. I said, I don't think I could walk on those shoes. So my friends were getting theirs, and I said, no, I better go with flat shoes. So I bought my parents gave me flat shoes.
Right.
And then my friends were wearing theirs, but I tell you that I witnessed so many laughs because it was so big, it was so high that many people were falling, and some, they couldn't walk with it, so they took off their shoes and they were walking with it, holding it proudly, at least to say that they have the knock on wood, So, but that was very interesting, you see a lot of things during Christmas, but it has changed now. Last 2 Christmases ago that I went home, people were putting out Christmas trees, Christmas light, Christmas. We had those before, but it has become a big event, especially in the cities, So it's a beautiful time, but all in all, I love Christmas for the food. And I look forward to it. Not that we don't eat every day, but it's almost like Christmas dishes are so special,
that's right.
So important,
that's right.
so delicious. So we're looking for it, and that's why we're gonna start making the stir fry while we're waiting for the turkey to continue
I'm so excited
roasting.
For that. So we're gonna start with our vegetable stir fry, as we said, and it's an excellent option for the holidays. So that's exciting.
Awesome. So wonderful, viewers. We're just gonna start with our olive oil,
drizzle
and
some of it into the pot.
We just heat up the pot, and we have our vegetables. So you're gonna be mixing while
mixing the vegetables.
Adding, as always,
Teamwork.
So exactly, it's very important during this time of the year.
That's right.
Yeah. So okay, come closer, please.
We have our vegetables.
So I'm gonna start with the carrots. Oh, I hope you can hear it sizzling. So we start with the carrots, and then we have the mushrooms and celery, just throw everything in there. And then we have the onions. It doesn't matter, no wahala. Just keep adding. Yeah, Christmas is a beautiful time.
It is.
It's beautiful. I love visiting stores, going to the stores, listening to Christmas songs.
That's right. So when you go to when you went to Nigeria for Christmas, is it the same without the snow? How do you I can't imagine Christmas without the snow.
I'm gonna just leave it here. Well, it's a beautiful Christmas because I didn't have to worry about putting on big jackets, or big winter boots, the scarves to go out. Every morning, on Christmas morning, I just woke up and I sat at the back of the house listening to birds chirping. It was so beautiful, and then people were streaming in, coming in for, even though it was 8 o'clock, our balcony was filled with people, coming for morning drinks, and it was so beautiful. And while they're talking, the pepper soup was, being cooked, and the jollof rice and vegetables. I really enjoyed it. And the interesting thing about African Christmas is that you don't need an invitation to visit anybody, especially families, community members.
That's right.
They will just walk in. And this is the time people play the loudest music. You know, they will bring out their musical instruments, and they will be playing. So it's so interesting. But here, you know, it's a very quiet Christmas. You don't hear much going on. No. People always say about not in Africa.
You cannot stop by. You cannot stop by
unless
don't try it.
Unless
don't
you're invited. Yeah, you can't say do it here unless you're invited.
Exactly.
So that's one thing I love about African Christmas.
That's
you know. So we have our spice here. So we're gonna add some spice, and then when we come back, we're gonna add some sauces to our stir fry to give it that richness, that color, that delicious taste that we are looking for.
The flavor.
The flavor. Well said, Kevin. The flavor. And then we're gonna check on our turkey.
That's right.
And base our turkey. Make sure that it's cooking gradually, right?
That's right.
And then we serve it.
I'm excited for this, and I know you are too, viewers. So more on Flavors of Africa as we celebrate Christmas. We'll be right back. It's a Merry Christmas here on Flavors of Africa. Welcome back, viewers. We've prepared a delicious feast for you. Okay, starting with the turkey, the well-roasted turkey, we have that here for you. And we also have the delicious stuffing, my favorite, to go with it. Now moving along, of course, we have the delicious plantain salad, and beside it we have plantain. What else? We have our delicious stir fry, an excellent vegetarian option. And then right beside it, we have our egusi soup, melon gourmet.
Yes, the melon gourmet. And then we have the chin chin biscuits.
That's right.
And we have the cornbread.
That's right. And the moi moi to go with it.
And the moi moi. And the pounded yam, like nobody pounds anymore. You have the flour. You just use the flour. Easy, easy. And then you know why we have the cornbread here.
Well, that's right. We're just, thinking about our distant cousins in America.
Yes.
African American people. Merry Christmas, y'all, if you're watching out there.
Awesome.
And I just can't wait to get in. And then one of my favorite desserts is delicious apple pie.
The apple pie.
Just absolutely splendid.
It's so
and of
beautiful.
course the cranberry sauce to go with the turkey. It's just a feast here. Look, it's absolutely amazing. Look what we've done.
The jollof rice.
Yes.
The jollof rice.
I think we're saving the best for last.
When I was making the jollof rice,
yes.
It's almost like my mother was talking to me. Doris, the question not Tamilio. The question of the rice is Tamili. You know what she was saying to me? Because when you cook the jollof rice, it's so tender. You need to handle it with care.
That's right.
It's our national
rice.
dish.
Yes.
So you make sure that there's no water. It's not, it has to be fluffy when you serve it.
It's the only way to eat it.
Exactly.
It's the only way to serve it.
When it's
nice and fluffy.
This is what I'm saying. When you take it out, you see how it is. It has to be fluffy. Wonderful viewers. It has to be fluffy, because if it's not fluffy, you can't serve it.
You can't.
I could hear my mother saying, if it's not fluffy, don't serve it. Don't serve it. And
it's a special dish. As Nigerians, we take our jollof rice very seriously.
Yes. And you know that in West Africa, where it's widely eaten, you hear Ghanaians, Nigerians, Senegalese, Gambians, you name it, saying, who cooks better, who cooks more, who cooks better jollof rice?
Right.
If you ask me, I say we all do. Ghanaians, Nigerians, Senegalese, no wahala.
But we're making extra special here on Flavors of Africa.
Exactly.
Because it's a favorite.
I was going to say that.
In the U.S., in Washington, they were displaying jollof rice, and they continued that debate about who had the better jollof rice. So it's funny. The dish is really taking on an international presence.
It's so beautiful.
Yes.
It's so beautiful. And it's interesting now that when you talk about Nigeria, you talk about jollof rice. When you talk about West Africa, Ghana, like West Africa as a whole, you talk about jollof rice.
Yes.
It's a dish fit for a king, fit for a queen, and that's how we celebrate, and that's how we do our things,
Right.
So now, when you talk about jollof rice, you remember Flavors of Africa, and you remember that it has to be fluffy. It must be fluffy, so when you eat it, you take one, you're using your cutlery. You don't want to drop your cutlery because it's so good.
That's right. Yeah, it's hard. It's like hard to put down your fork as soon as you get into it.
Exactly.
It's what it is. So,
yeah. So what else is happening here? And then the chin-chin. I mean,
so that can be eaten after all of these delicious dishes. Like you can have it as a dessert.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's my favorite type of cookie. It's my favorite type of biscuit.
Yes, and it's so good. And when you make it, make sure that you don't over fry it, because when you fry it in a very hot oil, it becomes so strong. Once again, you don't want to serve it to your guests, because
And you have special instructions for the plantain as well.
Yes, the same thing.
You have to handle it with care.
Exactly, so that, because when the oil is so hot and you put in the plantain, the sliced plantain, it cooks so fast. When you bring it out, sure, it might look like it's cooked, but it's really not cooked. Because when you bite into it, it's not gonna be good. So with plantain, we take time to fry the plantain. Just take time for all the dishes that we do, all our African dishes, specifically all Flavors of Africa. We take time because you guys are special, and that's why we do it.
And also talking about special, even the process of making chin-chin is special, because I remember growing up, it's something you look forward to. Many kids in Canada, for instance, they look forward to making cookies with their parents. I look forward to making chin-chin. So there's many different designs and shapes that you can do with the chin-chin, and it's just nice to have this treat particularly come from West Africa and Nigeria.
Yes.
You have it widely eaten in Nigeria. So, talking about memories again.
It's so memorable. And the same thing goes for me. When I was growing up, during Christmas, I would sit down with all my friends, and we'll be making chin-chin, and we'll be telling stories. Interesting. And also now, when I make chin-chin, it takes me back to Nigeria, remembering all my wonderful friends. So, and I think that's what life is all about.
That's right.
Building beautiful memories.
It is. Because when you look back, that's what you have.
It's true.
It's worth more than gold to have these memories. So, and I hope that you wonderful viewers out there, you do try these dishes, because they're amazing.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that you're enjoying it.
And I want to say that's what you and I are building here. Memories,
That's
because one day we will look back and remember how you and I used to cook up wonderful dishes, So that's life. That's what memory is all about.
That's right.
And I hope that this Christmas that you wonderful viewers, are gonna be celebrating with your loved ones and enjoying it and building wonderful memories.
Exactly.
On that note, we say Merry Christmas to you, and we wish you a prosperous New Year.
That's right. We're wishing you peace, love, and joy this season, a prosperous new year. We hope that you continue to watch us here on Flavors of Africa as we continue to cook up amazing, delicious dishes.
Yes, delicious. I know that you can't wait to
dig
in. So I can see the way you're saying it.
Exactly.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers.